Good. Welcome, everybody, to the State of the Village, February 2025. We'll be going over what we accomplished last year as a village. For those that don't know, I'm Tim Manross. I'm the mayor of the village. Council for this year, the council pro tem is Frank Saracey, Christina Backnick, Anthony Bertone, Gerald Heights, Tony and Jerry, Jeff McKinney, and Elizabeth Shaver. Our administration, Lucas Darling, he joined us last year in June. Fiscal officer, Christine Page. Our solicitor, Jim Lyons. Engineer, Andrew Lubenock from CT. He replaced Clyde. Welcome, Andrew. Chief of Police, David Coran. Fire Chief is Bob Lloyd. Service Director is Mike Rowan. Community Senior Director is Chris Yano. And our water distribution operator is Patrick Bush. We have a total of 40 full-time employees, 40 total employees. 20 of those are full-time, 20 of them are part-time. Our budget last year was just shy of $5 million, $4,803,623,000. Interest revenue last year, we brought in $187,772. Our total expenses last year were $5,157,745. Left us a balance of $3,746,644. The assessed property value, and this is very timely, for 2023 was $67,884,000. 2024 assessed in at $85,995,000. That was an increase of 26.7%. I don't know if you see it on your screens or you'll see it on your screens at home if you're watching this later. We've got a nice breakdown here. 63% of our tax dollars that we pay in property taxes go to our schools. The library gets 1.7%. The village runs the village with, your police department, your fire department, water department, service, et cetera, with 20.9%. The county gets 12.5% of that. Painesville Township gets 4%, which they pass back to us. And then the joint vocational school gets 1.1%. But I thought that was a nice breakdown of our tax dollars. Speaking of our police department, Fairport Harbor is a community first police force led by Dave Coran. Kylie O'Brien is our sergeant. Jennifer Urban is our administrative assistant. I like to joke that Jennifer runs the police department and everybody else just takes credit for it. So it's good to have Jen on the team. Full-time police officers are Christopher Manishi, James Sheehan, Tyler Varsey, Matthew Suster, Christina Medina is our SRO, and Tyler Flanagan is another patrol officer for us. We've got some part-timers and auxiliaries to round out the team. Adam Drugovich is a patrol officer, Philip Sheba, Bill Hobart, Adrian Manis. So the auxiliary unit, and we do a lot with these folks. David Harvey, I swear to God, they built the village around Dave, and he's still here with us. Richard Kimbrough, Larry Longstretch, Ariana Asio, Evan Mandela, Dimple Rana, Charles Polita, Yarina Padilla, and Tristan Doing. Calls for service. We're a very busy police department for a 1 square mile town. Just shy of 7,000 calls in 2024. That includes walking in directly to the office or any other activities. We are fully certified by the Ohio Collaborative of Community Police Advisory Board. All of our officers are certified by the Ohio Police Officers Training Commission. We conduct numerous security details and community programs. Details include Mardi Gras, community days, school basketball and football games, Village Fest program. The community programs are the senior welfare checks, Harbor Holidays, trick or treat and the costume contest, plenty of school visits, shop with an officer, and the monthly coffee with cops here at the senior center. It's hard to believe that we're into our third year with our SRO. Since the program was established, we have added another layer of security to the schools and a partnership between the police department, student staffs, and parents. This has been a well-received program in the village, one that I've had zero negative feedback on. As most of you know, here in the village, if there is a problem, we hear about it pretty quickly, and it's been nothing but good positive reviews. So I thank the schools for their support of it, the school board, and Dave and his team are doing a nice job. Fairport Harbor Fire Department, again, a very busy department. EMS runs 805. Hospital transports 542. We transport to all of the area hospitals, so Fairport Harbor Fire Department probably remains committed to providing residents with transports to their preferred hospitals when medically appropriate. No resident should ever fear that they will be taken to an out-of-network hospital while in our care. So University Hospital Tri-Point, we took 336 there. Cleveland Clinic to the Mentor Hospital, 118. University Hospitals, Lake West was 43. Cleveland Clinic, the Hillcrest Hospital was 36. University Hospital, Geauga was 6. And the Metro Health main campus was 3. So we are committed to taking folks to where they need to get to. Fairport Harbor Fire Department response statistics. So the fire responses were 42. Now, not all of that was here in the village. A lot of that was mutual aid. Others were wires and gas leaks, CO2 detection, et cetera, 373 for a total of 415 responses. Of those 415 responses, we had 0 civilian injuries, 0 firefighter injuries, and 0 fire deaths. Fairport Harbor Fire Department hosted a Lake County hazmat drill team on the Grand River. 2 members completed paramedic school. 3 members completed the International Association of Firefighters peer support training. 1 member attended the Fire Department Instructors Conference. Fairport Harbor Fire Department hosted a one-day fire tastic seminar with Willoughby. Advanced cardiac life support refresher for new fighter training staff. CCF Mentor Hospital provided feedback and patient follow-up on all of our EMS runs. The fire department continues to host Crossroads peer support training for Lake County. Renewal of Ohio EMS continuing education site utilizing our own EMS instructors. Man versus machine hands-on training taught by Lieutenant Blados. We completed over 1,800 hours of training in 2024. What I can say about both of the departments, Dave does it well and Bob does it well too, is they bring experienced officers and experienced firefighters into the village that had they been full-time regular employees, we would never be able to afford them. A lot of these folks have retired out or they're into the second stage of their careers, and we have just got a breadth and a depth on a bench for our young guys and our young women that work for our safety departments, and they just feed on that. So for a small village of our size and what we're able to, pay folks, we are able to provide a tremendous amount of safety services to our villages. And I, as your mayor, thank you. I as a resident, thank you both chiefs for what you do with your departments. So continuing with the fire department, upgrades to the equipment, another thing that they do a great job of is finding grants. New fire gear paid for by the Ohio Bureau of Workmen's Comp Firefighter Safety Grant, 2 active violence kits that included a ballistic vest, helmet, and bag, paid for with the Ohio EMS grant. 10 portable oxygen tanks, 4 fire hose nozzles, marine radio for water rescue trailer, thermal imager for the backup fire engine, 2 pulse oximetry units for ambulances paid for with an Ohio EMS grant, 2 carbon monoxide detectors and EMS bags, 1 set of vacuum splints, a spare cot restraint straps for both ambulance units. Highlights from last year for the department was planning for the solar eclipse. If you can remember that, a nice warm day. The NIM system in collaboration with Lake County EMA, hiring a dedicated fire inspector to assist with the new Fairport Harbor School building. Fairport Harbor Fire Department has taken on additional responsibility related to lake area water rescues due to the limited staffing at Coast Guard Station Fairport. Something that we've also been leading in with Ashtabula Harbor is working directly with the Coast Guard and the federal government to get both of those stations manned. It is horribly irresponsible, and maybe that's too hard of a word. I don't want to say that the Coast Guard is shirking their responsibility, but the reality is the closing and the reduction of hours is pushing that onto small communities such as ours that aren't staffed for it, that aren't funded for it, and it's putting lives at risk is really what it's doing. So in our firmest voice, and I believe we've passed resolutions at the council level to express that to our federal partners that they need to man those stations. We are a point of entry to the United States, so we hope to continue to work with them. Fairport Harbor Fire Department provided water rescue standby at the community's first polar plunge. God love you folks that do it. I think we did it again this year, and it was well attended. Keep on doing it. It looks like a good time, but it looks like a good time from my living room is what I'll tell you. So Fairport Harbor Fire Department assisted with the honor guard and station coverage for Madison Fire Department during a funeral service. And the busiest shift in 2024 was 14 runs. It's a lot of runs in a day. Mutual aid is a vital partnership between fire departments, ensuring that communities receive immediate emergency response during large-scale incidents, multiple calls, or staff shortages. It enhances safety, efficiency, and collaboration, allowing departments to share personnel, equipment, and expertise when needed most. We provided mutual aid to Eastlake, Grand River, Painesville City, Painesville Township, Leroy Township, Concord Township, Perry Joint Fire District, Madison, Menor on the Lake, and Ashtabula. And we received mutual aid from Concord, Grand River, Painesville City, Painesville Township, and the Perry Joint Fire District. You guys, most of you in this room were here when we had the gas fires. You know what it is to see mutual aid in action, to see those mechanisms work, and the training and dedication that goes into that. It very much is needed and welcome. Not all of us can afford all of the apparatuses that have to come in an emergency situation, and that's what these firefighters do is they train for that. And it's really neat, again, to see it in action. You hate to see it in action, but it's good to know that those relationships are there. This year, Fairport Harbor Fire Department not only received critical support from neighboring departments, but again, we extended assistance to Ashtabula City for the first time. ISO classification, we talked about this last year. And again, I think we actually went from 3 to 2 this year. Is that correct, Bob? So ISO Class 2 rating out of over 2,000 Class 2 fire departments nationwide. Fairport Harbor stands as one of only 118 in Ohio and one of 2 in Lake County to achieve this distinction. The rating reflects Fairport Harbor Fire Department's commitment to exceptional fire protection, rapid response, and community safety. It places us among the top fire departments in the nation. ISO 2 helps to lower insurance costs for residents and businesses while ensuring the highest level of service. ISO has many components, including regular training requirements, fire apparatus and equipment maintenance, and staffing levels. This is an accomplishment that we could not achieve without the dedication and support of our extraordinary team of full-time and part-time firefighters. And Bob, your leadership there is truly appreciated. Thank you. In 2024, Fairport Harbor citizens approved 2 new levies to support the police and fire services, and we thank you. And I think everything that I read off is probably the reason why you did support those levies. Is again, you appreciate the services that are provided. You understand as citizens that we have a responsibility to pay for those services. They just don't show up for free. But in that, the men and women of our safety forces provide, again, exceptional service for what we are able to pay them. So I thank you for that. Pavement repair program in 2024. We successfully completed paving projects in the 200 and 300 blocks of 5th Street, the 300 block of New 4th Street, and conducted partial depth repairs on Paradise Court. The project also replaced curbed and repaired stormwater catch basins, improving drainage in the area. Construction, 100% was by CDBG grant of $102,000. The village match on that project was $17,000. Those came in at $119,000. We do a lot of these projects, again, with CT's help, putting them together and finding the funding. There's a lot of partner agencies from the county and state, et cetera. We do a really good job of trying to find those dollars to stretch the dollars that we have within the village to do. Streetscape Phase 2 on 3rd Street, completed in the summer of 2024. Transformed the 200 block of 3rd Street with new sidewalks, just like we did on High Street. Decorative gray concrete and upgraded street lighting. This project supports the village's ongoing effort to continue to revitalize downtown Fairport Harbor, improving both the aesthetics and functionality of the area for our residents and our visitors. So we got new sidewalks and curbs, modernizing pedestrian access, upgraded the street lighting, enhancing visibility and safety, and ADA accessible crosswalks. That project, $245,000 was a CDBG block grant, and $55,000 of that came out of our street lighting fund. Water plant demolition. You guys have been watching that for the last couple of years here. The village has completed the demolition of the old water treatment plant, clearing 2.6 acres for site for future development, position between the planned Fairport Harbor Transient Marina and the Lake Metro Park. The site will play a vital role in the village's effort to enhance the waterfront and strengthen the connection between the lakefront and downtown Fairport Harbor. We refreshed our website in November. That was spearheaded by Lucas. I would say that the website we had wasn't all that bad, but this one seems to be a whole lot more user-friendly, and we thank Lucas for his efforts in that. We also have a platform there to where I think we actually have a true community calendar that can be updated pretty easily. So all those folks that never know what's going on in the village, if you get us your information, we can put it on a community website and a community calendar, and we can start communicating with each other and help support each other's activities. There's plenty of stuff to do here in the village. We had the major snow that doesn't seem to want to end, and the cold, but we had a pretty good dump back in December with about 12 inches of snow within 24 hours, and it paralyzed pieces of downtown. Mike and the guys were just running like crazy trying to keep the streets clear. We were able to utilize our relationships that we've built over the years with the county. Bob actually had the idea of declaring an emergency, because that's what they did out in Geneva on the lake, to kind of get the ball rolling with the county partners and conversations we had with the county partners. They hooked us up with some of the state partners. We happen to have an ODOT facility right there on Blackbrook Road. They were able to bring down a front end loader and a pretty big truck to take some of the snow piles out of the downtown area. If Mike and the guys would have had to do that, it probably would have taken them three weeks of hauling snow. So we were able to complete that within a day or two, and that helped the shops in the downtown area can continue to have their sidewalks open. We got a new digital message board. I'm pretty proud of that, so we can update things there and not have to go out and open the window and change lettering and stuff like that. I believe Lucas can change that from his couch, because I've seen it updated and off hours. So thank you, Lucas, for always being around. That was paid for by a NOPEC grant. Just outside the building here, the East Street water tower is fully constructed. It actually is holding water now. So we're actually running off of both towers till the end of this month, I believe, Lucas, correct? And then we will be shutting down the old tower with demo to slated the end of March, beginning of April. So the old tower served us well since the 1930s, but with the new project, we had to put more water up in the air to come up to standard, to the EPA standards now. So we got 255,000 gallons of water that is being held in the East Street Tower. So a lot of work went on there. Again, CT and Andrew, thank you very much for the dogged dedication to getting that done. We talked about the Orchard Street Tower. Fifth Street and Storm Sanitary. Kicking off in 2025, the village will launch another significant infrastructure initiative, partnering with the Lake County Utilities Department and Lake County Stormwater Department. The project will involve installing stormwater pipes, catch basin, stormwater manholes, and pavement replacement. Sanitary sewer lines will be CIPP lined, and sanitary connections will be reinstalled. Work will focus on the 400 and 500 blocks of Fifth Street, enhancing reliability and community resilience. Bids for the project came in $165,000 under budget. That might be the first time I've seen that in my time. Tony, do you remember a time where we had something come in under budget? But that's good. The total project cost will be just shy of $900,000. Ohio Public Works Commission grant will be $391,000 of that. Stormwater Trust Fund, that's a loan. That is $365,000, and then the Lake County Department of Utilities is putting in $139,000 for that total. New 4th Street Storm and Sanitary, continued investment in our infrastructure. Similar to the 5th Street and Sanitary project, the village will upgrade the stormwater and sanitary systems along New 4th. This project will involve installing new stormwater pipes, catch basins, stormwater manholes, and pavement replacement along with CIPP lining for sanitary sewer lines and restating sanitary connections. We'll be focusing again on the 400 and 500 blocks of 4th, including the section of New 4th south of Harding High School. Project timeline is the fall of 2025 and spring of 2026. Streetscape Phase 3, when are we going to finish the rest of High Street, right? So for a long time, that was just outside of the CDBG block grant. The county redid the map, and all of the village now qualifies for CDBG, which is fantastic. Lucas and I got a ton of ideas on what to fund, but one of the things we want to do first is finish out the High Street portion. That'll go from 3rd up to 2nd Street. So in 2025, we're planning to apply for funding to build on the progress of the Streetscapes 1 and 2. Streetscape Phase 3 will extend enhancements to the 200 block of High Street. Again, focusing on the lighting, the sidewalk, all of that'll match, and we'll have a nice cohesive look. So funding should be secured in 2025 with construction planned for spring of 2026. Grand River to Lake Erie Active Transportation Plan. In January, we partnered with agencies and groups from across Central Lake County to apply for funding from ODOT to create a regional active transportation plan. This plan will focus on connecting our region, building trails along the Grand River, and making it easier to walk or bike in our community. Fairport Harbor is in the fortunate position to be in the geographic center of this region. So the community partners are us, Grand River, the city of Painesville, Painesville Township, West Creek Conservatory, Lake Development Authority, which is the county port authority. If funded by ODOT, this plan would be completed in June of 2026. So Lucas was looking into this for us to do on our own, and in our conversations with our old administrator, Amy Kosick, who's moved on to the county port authority, we found out that they were leading this study with everybody in it. It just made sense for us to partner up again. There's no sense of us going on our own trying to find our own funding when, again, all roads are leading to where they want to get to, which is the waterfront, and that's everything that we've been working on here the last number of years. Fairport Harbor will be having a designated outdoor refreshment area, commonly referred to as Adora. So what is Adora? Adora allows patrons to purchase alcoholic beverages from participating businesses and enjoy them within a defined outdoor area. Patrons can enjoy parks, retail shops, other businesses, and events within the Adora. Why establish Adora? It supports local businesses by encouraging foot traffic. It enhances the downtown experience for residents and visitors. When will the Adora go live? We are hoping to have it up and running by the summer of 2025. Progress on the transient marina. I know nobody thinks anything's going on with that, but I can tell you behind the scenes there's a great many things going on still. So we continue to work alongside the Lake Development Authority and the Fairport Harbor Port Authority towards completing the transient marina project. Lake Development is working with MSA to prepare and submit permits for the new breakwater to ODNR. All permits will be submitted at once instead of in a haphazard manner, allowing the project to move forward as quickly as possible. Current funding breakdown. $5 million is still on the table from the Ohio Department of Natural Resources, $1.1 million from the U.S. Fish and Wildlife and Boating Infrastructure, $63,000 from the Clean Vessel Act grant, that again is ODNR, and $350,000 has been secured in state capital funds. And we continue to work with our state partners. Again, this is going to be a multi-pronged, a multifaceted type of a project. This is phase one of that. Once that comes online, we'll seek other funding opportunities. So 2025 priorities, efficiency. Changes are coming to how you apply for zoning permits and how code enforcement cases are handled through a contract with cloud permit. Workforce development. In 2025, we will bring additional benefits online to enhance our employees' experience and continue to be one of the best places to work in Lake County. Regional collaboration. We understand no community in Lake County stands alone. We are looking forward to partnership opportunities with Lake County, Painesville, Grand River, and others. Leading the way, Fairport Harbor will continue to be a community that leads the way, bringing new and innovative programs to Lake County. I thank you all again. I thank you guys for coming this evening. I hope you weren't expecting the council meeting to start at 6 and instead found me up here rambling on, but what folks from home can't see is we got a full audience tonight. So it's heartening to look out and see folks come and hear what we're doing. Again, Chiefs, I thank you. Mike Rowan and your team, I thank you. Lucas, I thank you and the administration. It's an honor to lead the village. It's an honor to work with council and do the things that we do and make our community as great as it can be. So thank you, and we'll start a council meeting in a few minutes. Thank you.